بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين. In the first episode, we spoke about the importance of knowing the three pillars of the science, mainly the science of theology, because many different scientists from different fields of sciences talked in theology, even though they don't know anything about theology and the simple common sense and logic and the simple logic of the human's mind. And we talked about the different school of thoughts and why it is important to believe in a God. Today, we're going to return to the third school of thought that believes that there is a God who created the whole universe. And this idea of having a creator that is a God is the common sense of each human being. Even though we find some humans that go against this common idea or this common sense idea. But in order to prove that there's a God, we can simply say that there are different reasons that we can prove the existence of the Creator. But we will talk about one important reasoning that is not only going to prove that there is a Creator, but also going to teach us the descriptions of this Creator. We call this argument the intelligent design argument. Everything we see in nature has an intelligent design and certain rules that are very complex. For example, Earth's rotation. The rotation speed doesn't change, and that speed helps the creations in Earth, to keep living, to not die, to not be extinguished. If the speed changes for 1 second, all of the existing entities in planet Earth will be extinguished. The human's mind, with its common sense, recognizes this intelligence, and for that reasoning, it believes that there is an intelligent creator. One may ask, what do we mean by an intelligent creator? The intelligent creator is a creator that has power, intelligence, and willingness to create. So no one affects him or nothing affects him. That's how he's powerful and willing, has free will, and he's intelligence because he created an intelligent universe. If someone says that we created this intelligent universe, or they might want to say that it's not a creator, it's a chain of creators. Then we go on to the chain argument, which states that everything either exists by itself or exists because of a reason. When we say exist by itself, it's just like a humanity to humans. If we take humanity from humans, they will not be humans. They will be different entities. Let's say birds. Being a bird is what makes a bird a bird. If we take a bird and take everything that makes it a bird out of it, it will not stay a bird. It will change into another entity. That is what we mean by existing by itself. Its existence, it's a part of this entity, not a different power or or something that is not related to the entity itself, created by itself and being and going on by itself. This is what exists by itself, or something that doesn't exist by itself, just like us. We exist because of our parents, which is an outside reason. We don't have an inner reason to exist. No, the actions of our parents resulted in our creation, and their parents created them, and then their parents, their parents, their parents. We will go into a chain of creators. We can either say that there is a chain, but the top of the chain is a creator that existed by itself. This is God. Or we can say that no, the chain goes on and on and on. If it goes on and on and on, then there will be no creation. An example for this, if we have a charger, we connect it to another charger, another charger, another charger, but there is no power outlet connecting to it. All of these chargers need an outside reason to have electricity in themselves, but the power outlet itself has the power. That is exactly the chain argument. God, the creator, has the power of existence in him. All other creators take their existence from the main creator, the first creator. And that's how we we are creating, and that's how we are living right now. But if there was no main creator, no creator that has an existence by itself, then all of us will not be existing, because we will say that number one resulted in number two, and two and three, three, four, five, six, to infinity. When we talk about proving that God exists, another question may come up in the human's mind, which is, why should there be only one God and not two gods, or more than two gods? To answer, we can assume that there, if we assume that there are many gods, we can either assume that they are both equal in every way, in their power, in their intelligence, in their willingness, in everything, or one is better than the other. If one is better than the other, then the better one will be the God, and the other will not be the God. Why? Because the first one will be affecting the second one. The first one will have free will, the second will not have any free will. If we say they are both equal, we can assume that they both agree on everything, or they don't agree on everything. If they agree on everything, that means they have no free will, since each one of their actions, for it to come to life, their actions come to life, or create or do anything, it has to be accepted by the other, and that stops it from having free will. Another thing, if they agree on everything, one will have its own uh, field that it will affect. So one God will affect a human one, and the other will affect a human too, and that will not make him all powerful, because he doesn't have power on the other human. And the other God, who agreed to split the universe into two, one God number one will affect, and the second God will affect this universe, the second universe. Then the first God will not have power on the second universe, and the second God will not have any power on the first universe, and that will not make this God all powerful. If they disagree, there will be no one rule or design to our universe, because they're disagreeing on everything. If there is no one rule, how is our universe going on and on and on the one rule? Why is Earth rotating in this direction and not rotating in the other direction? If they're disagreeing, then there should be many rules. So believing in two gods usually will result into one God being more powerful than the other. Him being more powerful is the exact reason why the second is not a God. So, to sum it up, we believe that God exists because of the chain argument, which states that there should be one main creator that has the power of existence within him, and that main creator is intelligent and wise because he created this universe, which is intelligent and complex. And him creating the universe means that he has power. And to prove that there are no two gods, there is only one God, is the assumptions that we just made of they one either one of them is better than the other, making him the only God, or they are both equal. If they're both equal, then they either agree on everything, and that will not make both of them all powerful, all intelligent, and free willing, or they don't agree, they disagree with each other, and that will not result with one rule. That should result in many different rules. But when we see our universe and study our universe and feel our universe, we see that it's going on and on and on with one rule.